our Valentine's tree. And before we get into this, I'm going to jump into talking about where I source some of my materials from for this. And if you're a first timer at this like I am, I guess let's just get into it, because I'm seeing these everywhere on Pinterest and TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. And I think it's because we're entering the second year of a pandemic. Everybody is just looking for something to keep them happy, especially with so many of us being stuck working at home. So with that said, let's get into it. In the video before this one, I showed you guys all the fun things I sourced from the Dollar Tree that I'll be putting on my Christmas tree, Valentine's tree, whatever. But I know in the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of people in that first year got their Christmas trees out early and did a lot of fall trees and then kept them out for Christmas, and then decided last year, I'm just gonna keep it out. We're gonna just change it up for every season. And some people may have thought they were a little crazy. I thought it was genius. I just didn't have a fake tree. I used real trees for the most part, and I'd never done this before, so I thought, now that I have a fake tree, I might as well join the party. So first up is this fake tree. This one was not pre-lit. I did throw some lights on it, and this fake tree, the lights on it, and some of my ornaments I got all Walmart clearance right after Christmas, just because I knew this was the type of content I wanted to create in 2022. So I went ahead and picked this guy up. This is a 7.5 footer, so it's a pretty big tree, and it's considered a Donner fir. Being that I'm coming from the Sierra Nevadas, I've never heard of a Donner fir before. So I'm fairly confident they just made up a name for this type of tree. It's pretty nice, it's pretty full, did require some fluffing, really easy to assemble though. And this one will be staying out as my seasonal tree for the rest of the year, so get used to seeing this one here in my studio room. So this tree originally retailed as the non-lit version for $89, and it was 75% off when I got it, so you do the math. I got a screaming deal. The best time to buy trees, if you can find them, is on sale after Christmas. Now, a lot of those post-Christmas sales are, for the most part, over, but I will say I'm still finding Christmas clearance. So you can use whatever ornaments you already have, or if you want to pick them up, Walmart's brand, which is the holiday time, it comes in boxes like these. I still find stuff like this in the clearance section at Walmart's all the time for 90% off. So if your box of ornaments was originally $4, at 90% off, that's 40 cents a box. Again, great to stock up on those, especially if you're a crafter for next year's Christmas crafts, even if you're not a crazy person using them throughout the year like me. Another thing though, I'm still finding fall clearance. So I wanted to do an entire video on my floral clearance finds, kind of reminiscing what I started doing last year when I started this channel. And I've already packed a lot of it away to work on projects for next fall with. But the item I chose to keep out for pretty much the entire year are these humongous sunflower picks. These are the cream sunflowers. These are great for modern farmhouse. This is a great season neutral. Obviously sunflowers are out of season, but I know a lot of people love decorating with sunflowers and they just don't always love the bright yellow color or any of the fall colors. So when I saw a ton of these, I'm talking a ton, I got all of them. These were 90% off. A bouquet like this is originally at Walmart, I think $3.47, and I think these rang up for like around 40 cents a piece. So I got all of them. So we're gonna be using these on the tree along with some reds and some other springy, but also some winter picks, such as these other ones I got at Walmart. Now, these ones I think are really cool. This is a mistletoe pick. You can see a little touch of glitter in there. And I've already been messing with these. Like I said before, I filmed a few videos and then just didn't end up posting them. These were also in the 90% off Walmart Christmas clearance. So this pick, I don't remember how much it originally was. I think I got these for like 50 cents a piece. So I'm assuming they were originally about $5. They do shed glitter really badly, but I like how subtle the glitter is from a distance. And I like the really soft color, so it gives kind of a frosty vibe. This I feel like works really well going through winter, even into early spring. If you live places like I do where it snows pretty well into the springtime, using some pieces like this might help you keep kind of that frosty winter vibe if you're not looking to just use evergreen greenery. Now, I did go to Hobby Lobby. I did try to find some after Christmas clearance, and I went there the day, I think it was the day after Christmas. Maybe it was maybe it was a Monday. I think it was a Monday after Christmas. They had already pretty much completely sold out of Christmas, but I got a few finds. So all of the finds that I grabbed were all ornaments. That's not surprising, but I'd like to make y'all consider this for a second. When your after Christmas clearance is 90% off, and a container of ornaments like these were originally $9.99, when they do everything 50% off and this is $5, that's already a good deal for the quality, the coloring, because you know they make these in every color imaginable. When this is 90 cents, you really can't go wrong. Like, there's not a store in the world that can beat that. So I grabbed this in this color, and I grabbed the version that was in this coloration as well. And I didn't get the traditional reds and greens because a lot of those were broken, and even at a discount I just didn't want to buy broken items. But I did grab this kind of gunmetal-y color as well as the larger shatterproof like this. I thought that these would go really nicely on this tree for Valentine's, as well as maybe to do projects with come next November, December. So kind of just holding on to these guys. I also think that a color scheme like this, if you're planning ahead for future years, I know a lot of people did a New Year's tree with all the metallics. This color scheme I think would be really fun for that. I was not that ambitious this year. And then this color scheme, this one I know is not for everyone. It's this kind of coppery color. This is probably one of my favorite colors out there. And I know that this probably isn't the color a lot of people would think for Valentine's Day, but I feel like they have kind of these fun peachy pinky tones in the copper, and I think this does complement red really well. But also I know a lot of people don't like decorating for Valentine's with red and pink, so I figured using these would be good as well. And I have these in the smaller size too. So overall, my colors I have to play with are some burgundy red from Walmart, this coppery color from Hobby Lobby, silver from Walmart, and then the gunmetal-y pewter silver color as well from Hobby Lobby. So that's kind of our base color palette. And then I also grabbed from Hobby Lobby overall big impact that I'm looking for doing this tree with. I grabbed, this is my favorite mesh. I actually used this one specifically for a bunch of crafts for Circle S for our winter Christmas themed decor. I love how it's a buffalo check, but it has this burlap, so it's kind of more rustic than just your red and black, which I do think the red and black buffalo check plays really nicely into Valentine's Day. But I thought I could get a lot of use out of this. I grabbed another one of these for 90% off as well. So it was 90 cents at Hobby Lobby. And I'm gonna match it with this ribbon from Walmart. This is one of their Valentine's ribbons, and I think that those play really nicely off each other. So of course, like I do any tree, I'm gonna start with my ribbons first. Then we're gonna do probably florals and then add some baubles, and then we'll add our signs. So, whew, now that all that's out there, and we're already 7 minutes into a video, let's get into it. One of the first things we're gonna work with on this tree is I'm gonna take this deco mesh, and we're gonna go ahead and just open this whole roll. Now some people like to cut strips and just do strips. I am going to kind of just see if I can do the draping method and see how much we can get out of it. This is 30 feet, so this is a huge roll. We are not gonna use all of this, not even close. So I'll be saving this for some other Valentine's projects. So I like to just take my roll, throw it on the floor, and grab a bundle on the end. And because I'm not doing a tree topper, I am gonna fold this back over. And kind of use it as our anchoring loop. And then we're gonna come around the side and we're gonna do another loop straight across the front. Which I know in the beginning it's gonna look a little bit messy, but when you see it from behind, it's not as bad. Now when we're doing the looping method, you're gonna take a bundle like this, grab one of your fake branches and just twist it over. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit more of the tree, and hopefully you'll see what it looks like when it's done.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time.
So I went a little sparser on the top of the burlap and heavier on the bottom. It did end up taking an entire roll, which I'll admit was more than I anticipated, but that's okay, not a huge deal. Now for this ribbon, I haven't decided if I want to go in between or on top, but I think I like in between more. So instead of doing the entire roll going down, I do think I am going to cut strips of this. So I'm going to grab my scissors and we will be right back. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my end and I'm going to grab a piece and roll this over the end. And then we're gonna follow with our roll to the other side and then we'll cut it over there. I hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna try to do this as delicately as possible. We'll shove our roll somewhere in the tree, making lots of mistakes in the process. And I will grab just an edge piece over here, kind of out of sight, out of mind. And I will come back and dovetail my ends because even though no one's gonna see this but me, it still matters. And I'm going to come around the middle, kind of just tucking it as we go, adding that big old accent piece, and I'm going to end it right here. You can see we added a little dovetail. We are going to take just a piece and roll that over. Kind of anchor it in place like so, and we'll continue that all the way down the tree. Okay, so as you can see, our ribbon is on. It's still looking a little crazy. We're definitely not done. So now I'm going to take our florals and start to place florals, I think, before signage. And I do have some other ribbon scraps, so if there's anywhere that feels a little empty, I can grab some ribbon scraps from some of my Christmas ribbon or whatever you happen to have on hand and just go ahead and toss that in there. So before I jump too heavy into florals, I think I will add some Christmas picks, or maybe I'll actually start with my signs. Let's see where our signs are gonna go and see if we can help balance anything. So for our signage I showed previously, I have 4 big signs from Dollar Tree in my Dollar Tree haul video. And then I have 5 of these glittered hearts. So we'll start with our signage and we'll go with Valentine's Day first. I feel like because this is so big, it kind of needs to be somewhere main and frontal. So maybe we'll do something like this straight out the gate. And the awesome thing about doing this on a Christmas tree is you can use your branches to help anchor your sign. So we've got that sitting up front, and then maybe we'll do, I have 2 round signs and I definitely don't want these to be right by each other. So maybe we'll do kind of off-centered somewhere. So I'm kind of thinking, let's make sure we remove our tags. But we'll do this guy maybe right here in this open space. And again, the awesome part about doing this with Christmas trees is you have all sorts of little spots to help anchor and set your sign on. See how it's already starting to fill in our space? This one's the follow your heart. Maybe we'll do this one up here, off to the side a little bit. We're gonna bring it down to here. I don't know if that can really be seen. I mean, no one's gonna see this but me, but still. Sometimes we like to cheer our office spaces just so, you know, things feel a little more filled in. And then I've got this kissing booth, and I will put this one over, I feel like maybe in this corner, and kind of stick him out like that. I've got some hearts to fill in with too. Before I do the hearts, let's do the florals. So I know I've got these winter florals and some sunflowers, so I'll grab those first as my base. So I have these fun mistletoe picks, and we are gonna just kind of grab and push those in a little bit. And we can come back in and kind of adjust out so you can still see our ribbon. So you could bring your ribbon a little bit in front like that. So the next step for my version is sunflowers. So again, we're going to spread these all out, and we're gonna find our gaps, and we're gonna push our sunflowers in. Again, if you want to, find your ribbon and help anchor and bring that out. Now I know again that the sunflowers are not to everyone's personal taste or really their vision. That's okay. Pick the flowers that make you happy and fit your decor the most. I did not used to think I was a sunflower girl, and I'm not sure I am, but I know that sunflowers really fit with the Western vibe in general. For those of you who don't know, I generally decorate more with a Western aesthetic, hence the cactus and the cows. So this definitely fits with what would generally be expected of my decor style. And that's why I chose, when I got them on sale, using what I had, what I could afford, this is something that fit best for me. So I'm gonna add my other sunflowers and we'll be back.
Show me your love like it is, like it is. Bend open my heart like your face.
As you can see, it's really starting to fill out. So I have some more. These were also clearance Christmas. I kind of forgot about them. And I'm gonna pack this thing. I pack my trees. Everyone knows that. It's not to your taste. That's okay. Stop wherever you feel comfortable. But I like the red berries and the little touches of snow on these. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much anywhere that I feel like needs something a little extra, I'm just gonna pop one of these in. And there's really no rhyme or reason to it. It just is kind of wherever I feel needs a little extra of that cold, wintry feeling, because that's definitely the season that we're still in. We have not left winter. We are going to be in, we're going to be a while till we see spring here. So I want to just keep a little bit of the winter vibe while also getting some fun color going. So let me place these last two, and then we'll grab all of our red floral. For reds, I have a collection of coral and white and red, and I've already spread some of these out. No, I have not taken the tags off, so please ignore if you see some tags. But we are going to take these and spread them out, and then wherever it feels right or wherever there's an opening, we're gonna pop those in and see when you spread them out how it kind of makes it a little fuller rather than leaving it tight. That's really what we're going for. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep pulling tags off of these. And haven't you noticed we've not added any ornaments yet? Like, I could go in and add a bunch of ornaments. I might not even end up doing that. So we will see. So I went and grabbed some ornament hooks, and we're gonna go ahead and hook just a few of these to add some more pops of red and the kind of gunmetal-y color. Also to help reflect some of that light farther out and add some red tones. Thinking back, maybe I should have added these before floral, but really there's no right or wrong way to do this. So what I'm gonna do, just to reflect light, is I'm gonna go behind my ribbon, and I'm gonna just add a few of these here and there. Just add a little bit extra color. And that was kind of my idea or intention. The other thing is, if you don't have a hook, I'll show you another thing you can do. So see how we have the little loop on the top? So for something like this, you could go ahead and just grab the edge of one of your evergreen pieces and just curl it up, and it'll really help those guys anchor. You might need to tighten down the little flaps, but phew, not editing that out. But as you can see, it adds just a little touch of extra color. And so we're gonna go ahead and throw a bunch of these on. Our tree is definitely very full now. So last, before we add our final picks, I'm gonna take a few of my hearts and see kind of where we can set them inside of our tree. And I like how these are kind of oblong and funky. So even though everything else looks fairly uniform and kind of polite, if you will, I'm gonna bring these guys and just kind of tuck them in wherever I feel that they fit. So this big heart kind of tilted out to the side there. And you'll notice I'm not putting these necessarily front and center. Again, I feel like they're just to kind of help fill little spaces on the side. side maybe out. And then we just have these two little guys left. So I'm just gonna tuck these ones kind of in the front, but up near the top to add just a touch more of the visual. And last up, I have a few of these long branches, and I'm not going to do a ton of these, I don't think. Again, just have the tags on. Of course I do. Which thankfully they do rip off pretty easily. These are again a Dollar Tree pick. It's a really nice big pick just for $1. I like to take mine out and branch them like so. And kind of wherever I feel it needs a little bit more movement is where I'm going to add these. Something I love about these is they add that little touch of like spring, kind of sapling vine. You know, the first buds kind of popping out. So even though it's cold and it's winter, we still have a little something of the spring to remind us that winter is nearly over. So let's take a final look once I get a few more of these branches. Finish our Valentine tree. I have a few random little ornaments that I also got on clearance, so I'm just gonna add. I had to get a horse for obvious reasons. So when I do things like this, even if it's not for Christmas, I think it's really special to have a few little touches that definitely make it seem 100% like yours. So we'll put our little white horse right up there. And the very last thing is I don't have a tree skirt. I don't have a Christmas tree skirt, but I also don't have a sewing machine yet or fabric to make a tree skirt. So I just grabbed a blanket and I'm going to just put this at the bottom of my tree. Again, the red and black buffalo check I feel like works really well into Valentine's Day, but come St. Patrick's Day and Easter, I'm probably gonna have to come up with a different solution. So good thing I have some time to work that out, but I'm gonna toss this at the bottom of this tree. So as you can see, our Valentine's tree is done. I've even done a few little things over here for this side of my desk. Now in future seasons and videos, maybe I'll do, or even just future videos for Valentine's Day, maybe I'll do some fun garlands or some fun stuff for up in the window. But right now we're working with the resources we have, and as I accumulate more and rebuild my gigantic stash, you guys will hopefully start seeing more and more videos just like this one. So in the meantime though, let's take an up close look at our finished product tree.
I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time. I'm sick of love songs, I'm tired of this, and I wanna tell you straight just like it is. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, still holding back. Honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is, like it is. Bend open my heart like you're failing.